Hey, hey, hey. Y'all come on in, come on in. Woo! We got a lot to talk about today. Come on in, my sparklers. Come on in. Yes, my voice, as you guys know from Monday, I've been working and grinding, and my voice may sound just a little hoarse, a little raspy. I just drank some green tea, to try to help this voice get its whole life all the way together. So y'all, we gonna get through this episode 31 tonight, cause baby, sparklers, this has been like a weekend rolling into a week just filled with all kinds of things. And I was like, I know I have been talking. I've been on all my live platforms except for the Instagram because Instagram was trying to be a little shady. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they said I couldn't go live, my sparklers. They said, oh, no, 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 honey. You need more followers before we'll let you get on to your, live. So that's all right. I went to TikTok. I've been on live TikTok 3 times. Shout out to my TikTok family. I hope y'all over here tonight. Facebook, I went over to Facebook Live, show some love over on Facebook Live. So I appreciate, my sparklers. And I told them the other day on Facebook, I said, listen, y'all got to understand. I do a show every week, and I call my green eye sparklers. I call them sparklers. I said, so if I say sparklers, I said it's just a term of endearment because I call all my sparklers. If on my show I call y'all sparklers. Now feel free to join the community conversation. Join the chat. All I ask is that everyone shows respect in the chat. So that way, it's okay to agree to disagree, but let's keep it respectful in the community. So I want to, start off as I always do. I have to share love to those who have come on in to the chat and wanted to be here on time with me. I love it, and I thank you for coming on in and joining in on the chat. Now, let's get into it. I just want to start off by saying, first of all, shout out to Mom Knows Best. Green hearts for Mom Knows Best. You guys know how this works. Green hearts for Mom Knows Best. And yeah. And by the way, yeah, she's doing well. I just like to shout out my mom at the top of the show. Also, I want to get started with my division. This is such a packed show. I'm moving along in my show because it's a packed show today. It may run into an hour today, guys, because this is a lot going on. This NFL, let me tell y'all, this NFL is off the chain. So we got a lot to talk about. So I want to get started, though, with the vision, checking in with Vision Board. Y'all good? Y'all got y'all eyes on the prize? Y'all marking y'all goals and aspirations? I hope you are. Good, because I know I am. And Lily and Riri, shout out to y'all. Green Hearts in the chat for Mom Knows Best. I see y'all, Lily and Riri. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah. So with my vision board, one of the things I've been eyeballing on my vision board. And hey, by the way, don't y'all forget to hit that like button. Don't y'all forget to hit that like button. Now y'all got to show me some love. Hit that like button. I see check on the vision board. Check, might one check. Also on my vision board, I checked off content creator. I have been so blessed. I thank you guys. My Facebook rock with me. When I shared breaking news, I had over 1,000 likes on it, and Facebook recognized me. On TikTok, over 10,000 views on TikTok. Over about 470 something likes. 376 comments. Oh my gosh, everything. It was rolling. Y'all hear me? It was rolling. So content creator is something that I'm checking it out. I'm still checking it, and it's a work in progress. Inspiration download for the day, my sparklers, because I got to get into all this juicy topics. Woo! I got to get into it. But I want to talk about my inspirational download. This one is actually coming in from chapter 15 of Will Packer's book, Who better than you? Just a healthy form of arrogance. His chapter 15 talked about find your secret weapon. He mentioned the key to your success is having people around you whose motivations and intentions you never have to question. Y'all heard what Will Packer said. The key to your success is having people around you whose motivations and intentions you never have to question. All right? You don't need a big team. You just need to have loyal people that you know that no matter what, they got you. So shout out to Will Packer for the inspirational download for today. Ooh, let me tell you guys something. I tell you, my voice, like I said, is a little raspy because, boy, I tell you, I've been talking up a nation. Talking up a nation. All these hot topics and juicy, and the funny thing is that my show basically is centered around all this NFL tea. I feel like this should be called the real, almost like the real NFL, like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the real NFL of our United States of America. But listen, give y'all some tea now. Now, did y'all know that Travis and Taylor Swift are now engaged? Let me start with the NFL lovebirds first. So, yes, they are engaged, everybody. So that's breaking news. If you didn't know, that Travis and Taylor Swift, they are engaged. By the way, Travis Hunter and his wife, they're expecting a little boy. So congratulations and shout out to Travis Hunter and his wife. They're expecting a little boy. That's the love in the air on the NFL side. That's the love in the air. Now let me get into this tea over here now with the rest of. See, that was the light version for what I had for the NFL. Now I got to talk about this thing about the NFL, y'all. Now listen. All week I had been in the uproar, right? About, what happened with Shilo, because I was in the stands. I saw verbatim what was going on. So that was a long talk. That's what all the conversation had been on my social media platform, right? Little did I know, Sheuder had a little something, something going on over there with the Browns. I did not know, quarterback number 2, what's his name? Dylan Gabrielle had some slick, sharp, cheap shots that he made and then tried to fix it up at the end. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all gonna have to tune in now and listen to this and listen carefully. I want y'all to know he was all out there on the game at the preseason of the Philadelphia Eagles. He up there talking about there's a difference between the entertainers and the competitors, and he totally understands the difference and that he's a competitor. I'm just summarizing what this man said. I said, wait a minute. I'm absolutely shocked and beside myself that this man. I said, well, who he talking about? So then I researched it further because how I've come, I'm tell y'all, I stumbled across this. I was looking at the preseason, not the preseason, y'all, the NFL 53-man roster, right? Then I went into the practice squad. I wanted to see if Shilo had made the practice squad. He's not on anybody's NFL team right now. So, we're gonna keep our hope alive for Shilo. He gonna get on the team. I'm optimistic. But anyways, I digress. So that's what I was looking for. And I stumbled across this boy, this young man, Dylan Gabrielle. He's quarterback number 2. I'm like, well, was he throwing shade and hate because he was worried about his spot on the lineup? Because he a rookie just like Sheuder. But what I didn't like was he was out there on the field after the Eagles game, everybody, and they had that microphone in his face, and he gonna get on there talking about, there's a clear difference between entertainers and competitors, which I totally understand, but I compete or whatever, however he said it. So everybody was wondering, well, who he talking about with the entertainment? I'm looking to the left, I'm looking to the right. Who he talking about? Because the way he said it, and he said it with such conviction, I say, now, is he trying to throw a cheap shot at Sheuder? Didn't know nothing about this, my sparklers. But let me tell y'all something. He then goes inside for the press conference. No, hear me. He goes aside for the press conference, so the press was questioning too. Well, you made these comments about competitors and entertainers. What? Who were you referencing that to? Huh? Oh, I was talking about the media entertainers. It didn't even sit well with the press that was sitting in there in the press conference, my sparklers. That was some shady mess because you're not trying to clean it up. Then when I saw when they wanted to get remarks from Sheuder said, that kind of stuff doesn't phase him. He talked about how, or he gonna, Sheuder is real good about taking the high road, but I'm gonna have to take this road right here for him because let me tell you something. Why is it? Now, if that was Sheuder talking about him, all hell would have broke loose. Because just like Sheuder said when he commented about his brother, any little thing they do is amplified. Now, here this man out there on the field throwing jabs, making comments, talking about entertainers versus competitors. What that got to do with football? Where is that coming from? If y'all competing for y'all line up on the 53-man roster, cool. Because I know it was another person. What's his name? Pickett. Yeah, Pickett. They had to send Pickett packing on over there to the Raiders. You pack up and you go on over there to those Raiders. So that 53-man roster stands as following. They got the Flacco, they got Dylan Gabriel, and they got Sheuder. So I don't understand why y'all see fit that y'all got to throw shade, because I know y'all didn't know y'all place on the roster. I do get that now. But that don't mean that y'all got to be throwing people under the bus. But check this T out. So Sheuder says that on the airplane he approached him and said, "Man, it's all good. I wasn't talking about you. Everybody know, couldn't step in fetching where that Dylan Gabriel was talking about Sheuder. Why would he say that about the media?" Now that right there struck a nerve with me, cause see, I was cool, calm, collected. I was calming down off of the charades out there at the Ray J Stadium with Shilo and number 84 over there at the Buffalo Bills, and it was so funny how everybody had different twists and sides to that. But I digress. All I went over there to do is see if Shilo was picked up on the practice squad, and currently, right now, my sparklers, he has not been picked up. What y'all thinking? Let me hear from the chat. Do y'all think that Shiloh gonna make it onto an NFL team, or do y'all think he's done? That's a wrap because of the ejection and the wave by the Buccaneers. What y'all thinking? I got to hear from the chat. And by the way, y'all see me with my Buccaneers behind me. Y'all see what I got going on. But what y'all thinking? Child, I said, whoa. I said, now this is something else. But listen, there's more on the NFL. Boy, I tell you what, I feel like that NFL, they were that NFL was the smoke in the city. But what y'all thinking though? How y'all feeling? What y'all thinking about Shiloh? Do you think he gonna make an NFL team? Yes or no? Let me hear from y'all in the chat. Because I even polled. I put a poll up. 45% of y'all said, y'all think that the Buccaneers gonna pick him back up. 55% said no, the Buccaneers are not gonna pick Shiloh back up. So where do you all think Shiloh is going? I mean, my curiosity is really peaking right now. Do y'all think he's gonna get picked up by the NFL, or do you all think he's done? That the NFL is done with him, and it would be so silly if they are, because what he did was nothing near what half of these people have been doing. So that's where I am with that, my sparklers. But anytime y'all feel free to hop in this chat now to tell me how y'all feel and what's going on. Y'all get on in the chat. Cause I like when the chat starts running up, so then we can engage in some good old rich conversation. I love when my sparklers get into the chat. Now, what else did I have to say? Oh yes. Okay, so also in the NFL business, because I'm gonna get all my NFL stuff out the way, because there's so much on the NFL. Oh my gosh, I was talking about the fallout. Like I was just saying. So that 53 roster was smoking the city for these 32 teams, evidently, because people were moved that were like shockers and unexpected moves. But listen, Today was breaking news. The Cowboys traded Micah Parsons over there to the Packers. Did y'all know that? And I think, from my understanding, he was strong for the Dallas Cowboys. See, I don't know much about the Dallas Cowboys because my team at the end of the day is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But when I saw that he's getting the whole bag going over there to the Packers at 188 million, but he got 136 million guaranteed, my antennas went up and said, "Listen, let me run this over here to my sparklers over here on Green Eye Sparkle Baby the show," because that was definitely newsworthy. I said, "Whoa!" I said, "Boy, the dust has not settled over here in NFL land. The dust has not settled. I am shocked." What y'all thinking? Are y'all shocked about these trade-offs and the upsets and the movement with the NFL? I tell you what, I was like, whoa, okay. We got a lot of moving parts. Like I said, this NFL season, everybody, is like, it's gonna be like no other NFL season. They already got shenanigans going on, and we haven't even hit kickoff yet. But I also said yesterday in my live that, what I'm looking forward to is some good straight up NFL football. Yeah, they need to get all these shenanigans out the way. Yeah, they had a lot of different moves, and they were talking about the Seahawks. That the Seahawks are very thin at their receiver end. They don't have that many folks on the receiver end. So I hope now they got a plan of action. You got to have a plan A, B, and C. Right now they got us an A and B because they got two receivers. Okay. Wow. So I'm sure they'll get that figured out. Do y'all want to hear who made the 53-man roster over there at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Because I got that ready for y'all too. I think it's only befitting that I tell y'all about I think it's only befitting that I tell y'all about the 53-man roster. Oh, my producer actually is hitting me up, and I'm on my show. The movie producer, the award-winning Mr. McGee, he up here trying to communicate with me. He know I do my show every evening at 7 o'clock. Y'all don't mind me. I'm trying to tell him I'm on my show. That's what I'm gonna tell him right now. Y'all seeing it live, my sparklers. My day don't rest. I had a 12-hour day on Sunday, and it rained Saturday, it rained Sunday, and I've been going. It was just nonstop. And so that's, my voice hasn't really recuperated yet because I've been on every live talking about the NFL. Because this NFL, I feel like, boy, I could get me a box of popcorn. This NFL, boy, I tell you what, it's been moving and shaking like the Housewives franchise. So I mean, it's been juicy, and I know I'm a sports fan, and football, definitely, and got a little basketball too. Got a little basketball in it too. But listen, as I talked about, what's happened with this NFL fallout. Like I said, they sent Pickett over there to the Raiders. The Cowboys sent Micah Parsons over there, but Micah Parsons ain't crying or complaining. That young man's got a $188 million deal with a $136 million guaranteed bag. Ooh, that sounds sweet right there. I mean, I would be in receiving of that too. I mean, I wouldn't mind that at all. With y'all sparklers, that's a whole bag right there. The Seahawks, as I shared, the Seahawks looking for some receivers. They only got two receivers. Now, they know this season about to kick off, and they looking real thin over there, real thin. But with all these trades going on and all this commotion going on, I'm sure they're going to find somebody real soon. But let me go through this roll call with the Buccaneers. Is that all right with y'all? I got to tell y'all who don't make this 53-man roster. So, here we go. On the 53-man roster for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we've got on the quarterback end. Now, why this thing being shaded with these advertisements? Nobody don't want. Look here. I was all set and ready. Don't be messing with my flow. The quarterbacks, we've got Baker Mayfield. We got Teddy Bridgewater on the wide receiver end. I don't know what's going on with my My phone is acting real wonky. I guess I better run it back again. I know those two off memory, but something's going on with. Hold on now. Let me get my notes together. I don't know why I was trying to act shady baby. Don't want me to be great. Don't want me to show these results here. All right, they got advertisements going left and right, but that's okay. Running backs, we got Bucky Irving for the running backs. We got Rashad White. We got Sean Tucker, and we've got Josh Williams. Those the running backs. On the wide receiver end, we've got Mike Evans. We've got Chris Godwin. We've got, and that's Chris Godwin Jr. Okay, put the suffix on there. All right, we've got Emeka Ikabuka, and we got Taz Johnson. We got Sterling Shepard. We've got Ryan Miller, and we've got Cameron Johnson. Now, if I mispronounce their name, don't y'all hold that to me. Now, also on the tight end, we've got Cade Ottoman. We've got Payne Durham. We've got Devin Cope. We've got Bo Cleft. That's the tight end. On the offensive lineup, we've got Tristan Wirfs. We've got Ben Bredesen. We've got Graham Barton. We've got Cody Monk. We've got Luke Gadecki. We've got Charlie Heck. We've got Elijah Klein. And we've got Ben Chukwuma. Like I said, don't hold it to me now if I mispronounce their names. Some of them a little tricky. Now, let me tell y'all on the defensive tackle now. We got the big boys on that defensive tackle now. We got Vita Vea all day. Shout out to Vita Vea. We got Kalisha Cassie. We've got Logan Hall. We've got Greg Gaines. And we have Elijah Roberts on the defensive tackle. On the outside linebacker, come on now. We've got Yaya Diaby. We've got Hassan Reddick. We've got Chris Broswell. We've got Anthony Nelson. And we've got Marquise Watts. Linebacker, we got the legendary GOAT. We got Levante David. We've got Servossier Dennis. We've got Deion Jones. And we've got John Bullock on the linebackers. Cornerbackers. Where y'all at, cornerbackers? We got Jamel Dean. We got Zion McCullum. We've got Benjamin Morrison. We've got Jacob Parrish. And we have Kendall Vidor and also Josh Hayes. On that safety end, coming back to us, we got Antoine Winfield Jr. Come on now. We've got Tyke Smith. We've got Christian Izian. We've got Kavion Merriweather. And we've got Rashad Wisdom. Yes, we do. So there you have it. There we have it. That's our 53-man roster for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking now? Y'all got to come on, run it up in the chats. Let me know what you're thinking. Because I tell you, this has been a whirlwind of a weekend. People getting ejected out the games. Then they get waived off the team. Then we got trades going left and right. So y'all going to have to help me out, my sparklers. Anything else for the good of the group with this NFL? Because I tell you what, this NFL was hot and juicy. But I tell you what burned my nerve. Let me talk for a minute. What burnt my nerve, the theme, as I shared, I was shocked to know that there was foolishness going on over on the Cleveland Brown end. I heard that there were some shady plays that were being in the playbook, and that, the runs that Shedeur had to do were a little bit more trickier, that required a lot of inertia and exertion from him. But he did what he needed to do to get the job done. And what was interesting too, that they talked about with the Dylan Gabrielle and or Shedeur, they say they're rookies, they can groom them, they gonna get all they can get out of Flacco, and they got two more in the lineup. So that was good. But the Pickett, they sent him on. It was just like over at the Bucs. We had Golf for a minute on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, but Golf, he had he had the injuries going on. We can't start no season with one quarterback trying to do all the work, so we don't got Ted Bridgewater over there. Teddy Bridgewater came over here to help support the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, one of the things that I wanted to, addressing, and y'all help me out now, because this has been a hot topic button now. So is Shilo going to get picked up with a team? I haven't seen anybody make a comment yet. Y'all think Shilo going to get picked up by an NFL team? 45% of y'all said that y'all think he might come back to the Bucs. 55% of y'all said no, he ain't coming back to the Bucs. So if he's not coming back to the Bucs, where he going? Y'all help me out with that one because I'm a little confused. But let's get on over here about Sheuder. I'm glad Sheuder has made that roster. I am so glad he made the roster. But the foolishness going on with the middle quarterback, now he gonna have to check that at the door. I can't believe that he felt so privileged. Y'all like that word? I'm so surprised he felt so privileged on that field to try to throw cheap shots about entertainers and competitors. Everybody know good and well who he was talking about. Entertainers and competitors. Well, first of all, at the end of the day, Sheuder actually plays football. He might perform and rap and sing, but that's not what he was doing on the field during the preseason. So, in my humble opinion, I don't know why they feel like they got to throw these cheap shots. Is it me? I mean, or they just be feeling some kind of animosity, or was he worried about his spot with the Cleveland Browns? I don't know. They already got 3 in the lineup now. I told y'all. We got Flacco. They got Flacco over at the Cleveland Browns. They got Flacco. They got the Dylan Gabrielle, and they got Sheuder. So, in my humble opinion, I'm not understanding why is it that he had to throw this shade. I was shocked because see, I had been filming. I had these last couple of weeks. I've been on the road. I've been filming, so I did not know about the Philadelphia Eagles game and the Cleveland Browns. Now, the cool part of it is I want to throw out a shout out and celebration. Now, see, yes, Lily and Riri, I see y'all with the Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is where it's at. Oh yeah. He gonna back up. He gonna back up Baker Mayfield. He gonna back up Baker Mayfield real good. Thank y'all for that, Riri and Lily. Yeah, we know Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's gonna be a good fit. But back to what I was saying now. So on this note now about the Cleveland Browns, the cool thing about it is they won every single preseason game. So I don't understand the need for the shade from one of the quarterbacks. That's his colleague. And how you gonna try to get on the plane and try to smooth things over with your poly lying self, talking about that was not meant for him? Why would you be talking about the media on the plane? That was dumb. Who would believe that you was talking about the media on the plane, Dylan Gabrielle? What's his number? I think he's number 5. I think that Dylan Gabrielle is number 5 on the Cleveland Browns because Sheuder is number 3. So what the Sam Hill you talking about? You was talking about the media. People, and I don't want to hear no excuses for what that young man said. Y'all heard what he said. And don't even try to make up no lies about no what had happened was he ain't mean to say all that. Yes, he did. It was just like when it went down with Shilo. All that foolishness went down with Shilo on that field. Here come people talking about, well, the other young man calmly walked away. That man ain't calmly walked away. He grabbing hold of face mask. He bumping people all upside the head. Those referees sat there. They would not even throw a single yellow flag. They would not throw a flag until they watched Shilo retaliate. Y'all better come on now. Tell somebody tell somebody the truth now. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. You better come on and speak on it. Rise Media Works Studio. You can't make this stuff up. How you gonna sit there and let the play was dead? The play was dead. Y'all come on. That play was dead. Those 2 players kept going. Both players should have been reprimanded, point blank and simple. Both of them. How y'all gonna eject one and celebrate the other one? The other one gets the kudos and celebrations. Yeah, sounds like a paid program because at the end of the day, like I said, I felt like those referees was out there eating popcorn. They were watching it was like in slow motion. Like I said, I've been working on filming. I've been on the grind all for the last 3 weeks working on filming. I felt like I was watching a scene out of a movie because they know they were dead wrong. All right, referees, like I said on my other platforms, let me tell you what these referees need. Y'all referees, y'all need, okay, they say Kendall, North Clayton High School. Well, who does Kendall play for? Is that a Buccaneer? Y'all gonna have to be a little bit more clear now because I just read that 53-man roster. That's a whole lot to memorize. Who is Kendall? Okay, my sparkler who just put in that comment about Kendall from North Clayton. Where he from? What team? What like who he played for. Like y'all gotta give me some more information now. Don't be throwing out names because I do not have that 53 man roster memorized. Okay, y'all gonna have to say a little bit more now for me. Anyways, but back to what I was saying. So, I feel like in my humble opinion, y'all know I get excited now when I talk about my Bucs. I said I was gonna leave it alone. I said I wasn't gonna talk about this, but you can't help but talk about it because it just happened this weekend and it was foolishness. So y'all wave him and act like he was the worst player on this planet Earth to having to get into it with another player. I like I'm gonna tell you something. I really like the comments that my sparklers and my family over there in Facebook and my family over on TikTok and my family on Instagram, y'all was giving a tea. And to somebody's point, they said they both kept going after the play was called. The play was dead. The flag should have been thrown because number one, y'all keep going. The play is dead. Why y'all keep going? Why you over here grabbing on to Shiloh's mask? And anyways, why you bopping him on the side of the head if the play was dead? But where were the flags? Okay, I don't know why I want to get back on that soapbox, but I'm gonna leave that soapbox alone because what I'm ticked off about now, because I'm trying to tell y'all sparklers, nobody ain't tell me nothing about Sheuder and this young man over there at the Dylan. What the name? Dylan Gabrielle. Nobody told me nothing about this young man over there trying to throw these cheap shots. I happened to learn about that today. Because what I was looking at today was I was trying to see who made it to the practice squad. So we had the 32 teams, right? On the 32 teams, what they were doing is they were moving people over to the practice squad. So I was eagerly waiting with, bated breath, anticipation, hoping that Shilo was gonna get picked up on one of the practice teams. Well, unfortunately, as what time is it? As of 7:33, y'all, Shilo didn't get picked up. Ooh, child, I'm running into this so good and juicy. I hope it's all right with y'all, because usually I do 30 minutes, but this was so juicy. I'm running overtime. Is that all right with y'all? Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all want me to keep going, because usually I wrap up in 30 minutes. But like I told y'all, this was a packed show today. This was a packed show. But I got to give a shout out to Deion Sanders. See, let me talk about Deion Sanders for a moment. I don't care what nobody says. Deion Sanders had the most players to go onto the 53-man roster. Y'all got to give a celebration for Deion Sanders. This coach had several players on I think it was 5 or 6 who made it onto the 53-man roster. You got to give credit where credit is due. That's impressive. I could think of a few. I know. Let's see. We got one over there at the Jaguars. You got who is that over there with the Jaguars? Travis Hunter with the Jaguars. You got Sheuder over there with the Cleveland Browns. You got Jimmy Horn over there with the Panthers. And I'm drawing a blank on the rest, child. Y'all gonna have to help me out with that list. But I tell you what, I am impressed with the dedication. I am impressed with that confidence and that conviction of when Deion speaks and Deion moves by action, and when Deion works with these young men, Deion prepares these young men for success. So it's not only about his kids. Deion prepares these young men to be on an NFL team, and that's one of the things I like. And also, what I like about Deion, he talked about his boys gonna be all right, whether they play football or not. He takes care of his. They gonna be all right. But it certainly would be nice to see the work behind the children, his young men, I should say. I don't want to call them kids. I don't want to call them children. It would be nice to see all of this work that they have prepared all their lives to be out there on the field. But for the life of me, I don't understand the haterade. Yeah, I'm going to call it haterade. I'm going to touch my nose. And let me drink my water, because I've been talking for a minute. Is that all right with y'all? Because I got something to say. Let me sip on this water. and I got to touch my nose. Why is it so conflicting with people in the NFL that has all this negative naysaying about what Deion Sanders has done with his boys? Well, I shouldn't say boys. Pardon me. With his young men, I don't even understand it. I feel like there's haterade for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. Now, let's talk about Shilo for a minute because in the comments, a lot of people said that Shilo is not that good. Somebody in the comments said, help me to understand. Y'all ain't gonna believe this now. Somebody said in the comments, without Googling, tell me where was Shilo prior to Jackson State University and Colorado University. I'm thinking they don't believe that young man was in anybody's school prior to going to Jackson State or Colorado. I said, that's shady. That's what somebody said, talking about without Googling. I said, without Googling? That was one of the comments. Now, how y'all feel about it? I don't know. I'm just bringing it up to my community. Y'all help me out in the chat. What y'all thinking? I think Shilo should be on the practice squad I think Shilo needs to be on the practice squad to enhance his skills. And, with Sheuder being third quarterback, I'm going to give some feedback for Sheuder. I think Sheuder needs to stay in the pocket. Sheuder likes to walk out of the pocket because he likes to walk back when he throws the ball. I think Sheuder needs to stay in the pocket so those players can protect him, because every time he walks back or backward, he's getting out of the pocket, and it's easy for the other people to sack Sheuder. So my feedback to Sheuder would be, I'm happy, Sheuder, that you are, you got on that 53-man roster, but the feedback for Sheuder is stay in the pocket, stay in the pocket, move forward, get your ball launched off in the pocket, so that way you can get protected by the other players. You don't want to keep walking outside of the pocket, and as you walk back, see them players running to protect you, Sheuder, and I don't want you getting sacked. We don't need that this year, not in the NFL. And I'm hoping that you do have. My forecast is that Sheuder will be on that field during the regular season. I know he's number 3, but he's gonna be there. And then so my feedback to we know Flacco gonna do his thing. But my feedback to that young man, what I told y'all, what's his number? That jersey number? Oh, number 3. Number 3. My feedback to number 3, Dylan Gabriel on the Cleveland Browns. Ooh, I know I'm working up a sweat. Ooh, I don't got heated, y'all. I'm fanning, the fan blowing. But this is some good conversation. And I get excited and passionate when I'm talking about something relevant. Because these young men work hard to have a seat at the table in the NFL. This is why I like to talk about and engage in conversation. These young men are coming out of college hungry to play in the NFL. The NFL is a small percentage who make it into the NFL, a very small percentage. So when you have an opportunity and you are one of those small percentages, you want to show your best effort. You want to put your best foot forward. And so I say that to say this. I don't think number 5. I know you talked about this. This was like the Eagles. This was when the Eagles and Cleveland Browns played. And yeah, the Browns won because the Browns won all their games. But I don't think that there is any room. You're a rookie like Sheuder is a rookie. I don't see. Why do you feel that you need to say anything about your teammates? These are your teammates. And to throw shade and try to say you were talking about the press, everybody saw through that. But I like that Sheuder took the high road. He said comments don't even faze him. He ain't even bothered by the comment sparklers. But what I'm concerned about and troubled in my spirit about my sparklers is, why they got to feel the need to talk about him. Shador don't talk about them people in the press conference. He talk about straight up football. Why his teammates over there talk about competitors and entertainers? Oh, that just it struck a nerve. And I'm telling you, my sparklers, that didn't sit well with me. Now this young man, evidently, I guess he played. He has a stronger grip at playing this position of quarterback. I guess more so than Shador because they put him up before they put Shador up. So Shador number 3. But I say all of that to say this. This is going to be one heck of a football season. All the shenanigans going on. That young man, I felt like he just wanted to be all in the videos. You want to talk about entertainers and competitors. Y'all, look here. You want to be all in the videos, dancing. And you couldn't do that. So you weren't invited to the table to be a part of videos. This young man is multi-talented as well as his brother. See, y'all can't take that from him. Shador and Shilo are multi-talented young men. So, like Deion Sanders said best, he said he would love, the football down, he would love to see them play. But he knows that his young men will be all right. So everybody with the shadiness, talking about what about Deion. Deion is grounded. That's what I like about that. That's so awesome. Deion is grounded, and his boys are grounded, and I love the spiritual, biblical stance. He says, "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path." Okay, Proverbs 3 and 5. See, when you know scripture, you ain't got to worry about anybody with the foolishness. Now, I'm gonna move off the NFL because look, we had breaking news in Tampa. I said, not Tampa Bay. I don't like, this was good conversation and good engagement about the NFL. And on my show, I give a little inspiration. We're gonna talk about trending topics now. And then we're gonna talk about, well, the learning corner. I don't think I even had much on it. The learning corner was the feedback, I guess, today, because it was so juicy with this NFL. It seemed like it's getting dark all of a sudden. Okay, get this light right. Breaking news today in Tampa. I had to clutch my pearls. So the feds raided a mansion in Avila, one of the most prestigious, affluent areas in Tampa, Florida. Avila. The football players also live in Avila. Yes, this was what they said, a 10-bedroom mansion, one of the largest mansions over there in Avila. And the feds raided it because it was a preacher who was trafficking, holding people against their will, and had them taking Plan B contraceptives. I can't even make this up. I was shocked. I was like, wait a minute. The man of the cloth holding people and trafficking? This was breaking news today. I couldn't believe it. I said, not in Tampa Bay. The neighbors couldn't even believe it. This man had a huge mansion, all these cars. It was cars in the parking lot. Listen, with red bows on top. I don't know who the cars were for, but they said the traffickers, these poor victims talked about how he had them taking Plan B contraceptive. What you got to take that for? What y'all doing in that mansion? And y'all supposed to be it's supposed to be spiritual. And you're supposed to be the man of the cloth. Let me tell y'all something. I was shocked beyond measure to hear about that foolishness right there. I said, not in Tampa Bay. We don't do stuff like this. Well, yes, they do. Over there in Avila, the richest of the rich, the highest of the affluent. Over there in Avila. Yeah, Avila. Yeah, Avila, Avila. They over there with the shenanigans at that mansion. Oh, it's on the news now. That was breaking news. Now, y'all look it up for yourselves. I couldn't believe that there was a pastor. He said it was a pastor, and it was a lady with him, too. They say they were pastors, and he asking and begging people for money. He said, if you ain't got 100,000, I know you got 50,000. I thought that was odd, but I digress. Like I said, it has been it has been the most interesting week ever, my sparklers, because that happened in Tampa Bay. So I got to report that like I said, now I report everything. Now I report my inspiration. I report trendy topics. So that was one of the things on the topic list. Moving right along. I talked about the Colorado Buffaloes sending a lot of players to the NFL. That was awesomeness. Um, I think that was all I had now, my sparklers. Now y'all gonna have to come on into the chat. I'm gonna open it up to the chat now. So what y'all got? My sparklers, y'all got the floor now. Y'all type in what y'all want to talk about. Y'all talk about whatever is good for the group, cause I'm ready. Y'all got anything to say, my sparklers? What y'all thinking? Did I miss a topic? Y'all got to help me out. Oh, by the way, I now have a subscription on my Facebook page. So y'all can go on Facebook now and you can subscribe to my page, because we're going to have some sidebar conversations over there with the subscribers. My TikTok, I've got my subscriber light lit up over there too. Green Eye Sparkle Baby 100 over there on the TikTok. Y'all go ahead on over there on the TikTok and subscribe to Green Eye Sparkle Baby 100. Because, see, there are special perks over there on TikTok. Y'all gonna get y'all whole life over there on TikTok. See, because I got special recognition for you. There will be conversations or things that I will let you guys know that won't be a part of my regular TikTok. They're going to be for the subscribers only. So y'all go ahead on and check out Green Eye Sparkle Baby 100 now on TikTok. That's my name on TikTok. On Facebook, I'm about to say simply Carissa. You can find me at Carissa. Yes, Carissa Johnson on the Facebook. Y'all go on over there and subscribe. Yes. Now, is there anything else for the good of the group? Because if y'all don't have nothing else to say now, my sparklers, I'ma sign off, because this been good today. I thank you, sparklers. One of my top fans, Lily and Riri. Thank y'all for y'all contributions. Lily and Riri, y'all was on fire today with all y'all names and people today. But like I said, I didn't know who Kendall was from North Clayton. Y'all was saying a name that I didn't recognize, and y'all never came back into the chat to let me know what team they play for. So anybody else who want to shout out anybody, anything for the good of the group? Because I'm still here. Anything else? Any topics that y'all want to talk about? Y'all got to get in the chat now. Hopefully, those of you trying to type something to tell me something, I hope y'all have hit the subscribe button. You got to subscribe now if you want to chat in my chat. Hit the like button and don't forget to share. Just hit the like button, share, but make sure you subscribe. You're not going to be able to get in this chat now unless you subscribe to my channel. Boy, I tell you what, this has been great today. So as I said, my sparklers, y'all have to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. In order to talk in the chat, y'all got to subscribe in order to chat. But I surely appreciate that like and follow button. I truly appreciate the like and follow button. Anything for the good of the group. Anybody typing in the chat? Well, if there's nothing else to be said, I hope you all have a great Thursday evening. I will be going live on my other platforms. As a matter of fact, I think I'll try to come back over here to do a smash up tomorrow, but I'm going over to the TikTok because I'm going to do a live on TikTok tomorrow. Facebook, I'm going to holler back at you. I'm going to see what day I'm going to do Facebook. Y'all take care now. Bye.